yeah, this is like rising up out of, a bad situation, or getting balance, doing all of this by yourself to get yourself from one situation to another one. That made no sense. I hope that made sense to you anyway. So yeah, the feeling I'm getting here is it's like finally, it's like a big relief. Finally, this has happened. And it didn't just happen. Whatever this is, it didn't just happen. It didn't just fall into your lap. You did a lot of work to make this happen. A lot. I'm seeing you making a lot of phone calls, collecting papers, documents, things like that. You might have had a lot of things to collect. You might have had to collect evidence. Now, I don't think you've been given a formal notice of this yet. I think you're waiting for some kind of formal letter or some document, or it's something. So I think there's probably still a little part of you that thinks, well, unless I've got this in my hand in front of me in writing, I'm not going to totally relax yet. And that's absolutely understandable. But I think you still knew at this time that it was just a formality, it was going to come. You knew that. And yeah, this was really stressful. There was a lot of stress around this situation. You didn't have a lot of people helping you. I'm actually getting this feeling that, it might have felt as if people were even working against you some of the time. There is one person who helped you, I think, and you are grateful to that person. But yeah, I think you did a lot of this on your own. And, it was hard. It was hard. I'm really seeing that. It was a very hard time. You got yourself out of this. And I think you should be congratulating yourself, actually, if this resonates. And this card could also be about healing as well. So I think you might also have been recovering from something. Maybe you still are. Or maybe you have some kind of illness. I'm seeing something like that there as well. So, you had this extra thing as well holding you back. So double congratulations if that resonates to you. But whatever you've done, it's absolutely paid off, or it definitely will when you get this final kind of confirmation. So yeah, I'm really happy for you. That's absolutely fantastic. A fantastic card. I love it so much. So yeah, the next card you have for your past is the Hermit. Okay, so I'm getting a few different mixed feelings here. It's there's a bit of frustration, but there's also a kind of, oh, I'll just think about this. I'm not sure what conclusion to make of this yet. I just want to think. I just want to wait and see. Like this Hermit who's kind of just going away and he's thinking. So yeah, I don't know if this is going to make sense to you, but it's a feeling of, I'm getting this feeling around this of not being acknowledged. And it's kind of like, oh, I just wish they'd step up. I just wish they'd acknowledge this. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So I think you wanted someone to show that they cared for you, and that's what this acknowledgement was about. And there's a feeling of missing out. So whoever this is, they might have left you out for some reason, or you felt left out. That's what I'm getting. Now, I don't think you were rushing in to blame them. I think maybe you were just, like this Hermit, standing back, thinking about this, wondering if there was a proper reason for them doing this, or an excuse, or what. That's what your logical mind, that's what your brain was saying. But I think your heart was hurting. I think this really hurt you, actually, because, they should have thought of you. They should have been more thoughtful. And that's what hurt. So I think, I think this person says things. I think they say a lot. They probably say, oh, I care about you. But I think when it came to this particular action, they were saying things, but they weren't doing. That's what happened this time anyway. So I think you were just thinking about, whether you were going to take this seriously or whether you just let this go. And, I don't want to make things worse for you. I don't want to suggest negativity, but I am seeing that you do a lot for them. So really, they should have stepped up and done this, and they should really appreciate you a lot more. That's what I'm seeing there. Okay, so the last card you have your past is the Hanged Man. Yeah, this is what you do. You're like this Hanged Man. This is what you do when someone hurts you, or you've been left out, or there's some problem. You sit back and you think about this. You kind of contemplate and you think, well, Is this really a bad thing? Is it, have they done this on purpose? Is there a reason? You start to kind of do this. You're not a weak person. You're a very, very strong person. But you do like to give people the benefit of the doubt if you can. You don't automatically do that, but you think things through very carefully before you make a decision. And yeah, that's what you do. You stand back like this hanged man before you make your mind up. Now, I think this might be a love connection, this person in the Hermit card, because I'm seeing a lot of ties between you, a lot of merging of feelings, merging of emotions. There might even be a blended family or a merged family in there. So there's a lot of deep involvement here. So it's not like you can just say, oh, goodbye, or, oh, you've done this horrible thing to me, I'm leaving you. It's not that simple. You can't just walk off, and you don't want to do that anyway. But there's a lot more that's at stake than your feelings. I'm not saying your feelings aren't important, don't get me wrong. They're very important. You're important. But what I'm trying to say is, probably not very well, but what I'm trying to say is, there's a lot more to this situation. It's a very complex situation. You can't just walk off. You're very involved in this. There are a lot of things between you that are kind of involved, if that makes sense. And okay, this is what I'm seeing. I hate saying this, and I don't want to say this. I think they might reveal something to you at some time soon. They don't want to reveal this to you, but I think they're going to have to. That's what I'm seeing. And it's not fantastic news. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. I don't want you to be too upset. It's not a third party. It's nothing terrible like that. I actually think it might have something to do with money. I think they might have had some struggles in that area, and they don't want to tell you. And maybe that's why they didn't step up. Maybe they had all those worries, the money worries on their mind. I'm not making excuses for anyone, but that might be a reason why. This man's holding his hands behind his back in this card, and he's obviously, he's not moving. He's the hanged man. He's staying where he is. He's not coming forwards. So I think they're afraid to tell you this. But you'll find this out eventually. It will come out. Again, I'm seeing it might be around money. I keep on seeing that. So if this resonates, you will find this out. Now, I don't think this is a huge amount of money. I don't think it's a huge drama. I don't think they've done anything deliberately, or that they haven't done any really terrible things. But yeah, they will tell you eventually. It'll come out in some way. And I think the big thing for you will be not that they've had this money problem. It's the fact that they're hiding something, or they're not telling you whatever this is. Again, don't worry. It's not a great big thing. It's not like they've taken, loads and loads of money out of the bank and they've kind of run away and they've gambled. It's not something terrible like that. But it is a money problem that they've had. They haven't managed something properly. It's something like that. And they haven't told you about it, and they're really stressed about telling you. That's what I'm getting in that card. Okay, so the first card you have your presence, the Star. Okay, so yeah, this is one of my favorite cards. It's beautiful. It's full of hope. That's what the Star's about. And it's just beautiful. So yeah, I think one of the reasons why they're afraid to tell you about this is because one of the reasons is they look up to you in a lot of ways. You're very well balanced. You're way more balanced than they are, definitely emotionally. Sorry, cross-watchers. And it might not be about you if you're cross-watching once again. And yeah, they think you're really attractive, physically attractive, like this beautiful woman. So yeah, again, this is definitely a love connection that I'm seeing here. That confirms that. And I think they're probably thinking that, they might lose you. They could lose you easily because you have all these amazing things about you, that someone else could pick you up very easily. That's kind of what they're thinking. And they're worried about that. So they think that if they tell you this, you might leave or you might find someone else. So they're very, very worried. They're very conflicted. It's like, oh, what will I tell them? When will I tell them? How am I going to tell them this? That's kind of what's going through their mind. It's going around and around in their mind. If that resonates with you, that's what I'm seeing. The other thing I'm seeing here is when this official paper or letter or whatever this thing comes to you, it's going to open up a whole lot of new things for you. And you weren't able to do these things before, and you're going to be able to do these things after this comes to you. So I don't know if this is going to make any sense to you, but it's almost like you've been operating with one hand tied behind your back, not literally, but it's like you can only do half the things that you'd like to do. And when this final thing comes through, it'll free this up for you. Yeah, it's definitely coming in for you, absolutely. Your hard work is paying off, I can see that. But there might be a few delays here, I think. You might even have to call again a few times to make this happen. I know that sounds frustrating because I know you've already been through so much with this. I'm just seeing one final push and it'll come through for you. And after that, you know, there's going to be so much relief here. And peace, so much peace after this. Look at how beautiful this woman is and how peaceful this whole scene is. It's, you know, she's by herself, she's in nature, it's quiet, it's starlight. It's such a peaceful scene, and you're going to be in peace. You're going to be like this. I'm not saying you're going to be a naked woman bathing or in the forest. That's not what I'm saying. But you are going to be feeling a lot more peaceful. That's what I'm seeing. I'm sorry, I'm so silly. The next card you have your present is the Ten of Swords. Yeah, horrible card. Nobody likes this card. So yeah, I don't think this is as bad as it looks, actually. I think this might be a little bit of a warning to you, a bit of a message to watch out for something. Yeah, I think you know something's up with this love connection. They're hiding this problem. I think you can feel that that's what they're doing. You're an intuitive person. You're a very smart person. You know when something's going on with someone. You can tell. And obviously, if this is a love connection, they're close to you, so you know that. And sometimes this card can be about fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting someone until it's to the death, you know, pushing and pushing something until it's the end and it's dead and you can't do anything else about that. So yeah, I know this is frustrating, but this situation with this person where they're not telling you something, it is going to come out. They are going to tell you this. And I think even if they didn't tell you, it'd have to come out eventually anyway, you know, especially if this is about money, which I think it is. You know, sooner or later, they're going to say something like, oh, I can't afford that, or I can't pay for that. It's going to be something like that if they don't come out and tell you, you know, up front, if that makes sense. So, yeah, it's going to come out one way or the other. But the message here is, try not to push this, especially now. I think they'd probably just be defensive. They probably wouldn't open up to you anyway right at this time. There's a lot of anger, or there would be, I think, if you said anything now, and there might be an argument. And you might not be able to come back from that argument because this is about pushing things too far. So just watch out about mentioning this now. Be a bit careful. Don't say anything right now. Now, yeah, I don't want to tell you what to do and or say. That's not why I'm here, but that's the message I'm seeing, so I have to say that. I'm not saying never be a little meek and quiet and never fight with anyone, never argue. That is absolutely not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I'm seeing this danger now, that if you say something now, if you push and push and push, it might turn into an argument and you won't be able to come back from that. And that's not what either of you want. That's not what you want. And it's going to come out anyway, so, and it's not a great big horrible thing either. So yeah, so just keep that all in mind. That's the message in that card. Okay, so the last card you have your presence, the Seven of Wands. Yes. Okay, so here's this. This is about this bureaucracy that you're going to have to keep on contacting. You know, this card can be about someone having to battle someone who they're not face to face with. You know, so it could be you know, talking to someone over the phone, you're not kind of face to face, or over the internet. And, you know, I'm seeing this term faceless bureaucracy, you know, battling against a wall, battling against a sort of faceless system, if that makes sense. And, because of everything you've been through with them, you're probably going to be anticipating this big, huge battle all over again because you've already had one. But it's not going to be that bad. That's what I'm saying. It's not going to be as bad as you're imagining. You've done all the work already. You've climbed up to the top of this hill like this man. He's up on a hill. So you're already up there. It's just going to take a little bit more effort, and then you'll be there. I know you're probably already tired. Look at this man. He's so tired. I don't know if you can see this. I'll just do that so you can see. He's got two different shoes on. He's got a long boot on and he's got a lace-up shoe on the other foot. So he's so tired, he's put the wrong shoes on. So you are tired already, but don't give up. You just have a few little things to do and then that's it. And I'm seeing that here and also in the star card. So that's, confirming that twice. So you've just got that little bit to go. It's not going to be as bad as you imagine, and then it's over and you'll get that confirmation you want. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so the first card you have in your future is the Five of Wands. Okay, I'm seeing a completely different situation here. And it's a bit of a happy thing. It's a bit light-hearted. So I'm really, really happy to see this here. And I'm sure you are as well. So, okay, so I think there might be an event or something like that coming up for you. I'm seeing family here. It's some kind of landmark event, some kind of celebration. It might be a birthday. It's something like that. An anniversary, might even be a wedding. It's something. And it's because it's I was saying it might be a wedding because it's a little bit more than just a party. It's people are having to stay over other people's places, maybe even in hotels. Maybe people are going to have to travel from far away. So it's quite a big landmark thing. There's also a lot of organisation that's going to have to go into this. And I think what's happening here is, I hope this is going to make sense to you. Someone else is organising this and you're kind of sitting back and you're observing this. I don't think you're involved in this planning, but I think I'm getting this really like I'm itching to do something. I want to do something. This is driving me crazy. For one, you can't do anything. I don't think you are, because you've had so much going on. You've had, so much stress around you and you've still got more things to do. And, I think you're just letting this happen. But I think, again, you're itching. Part of you wants to step in and do something. I'm really feeling this because, look at this chaos. Look at this card. I always call this the mess card. So whoever's organising this, they're not doing a good job, let's say. But yeah, my suggestion to you is look away, because I think this is going to stress you out if you watch this person doing this. You're an organised person. You hate seeing disorganisation. You hate seeing mess. But just let this go if you can. You can suggest things, but the feeling I'm getting is that whoever's doing this, they just want to do this by themselves. They don't want any suggestions. They're happy to do this on their own. So just leave it. That's what I'm seeing. Shut your eyes. Don't look if this is driving you crazy, if that resonates with you. You might not even be seeing this with your own eyes. You might be hearing this. People might be telling you, oh, so-and-so's done this, and they've booked this thing, and then they've forgotten that, and then they've forgotten this. Just shut your eyes and don't listen. Don't listen. Don't put your foot in. Don't talk. That's what I'm seeing in that card. Okay, so the next card you have, your future, is the Ten of Pentacles. So yeah, this card's about being organised, planning, building things up for yourself. It can be about building up money. So this is about you. You're calm, you're a planner, you do things in a very methodical, organised way. And again, I think this is another reason why your partner's afraid to come forward, because they see you as being able to organise things. And this is about money, obviously. So you can organise your money. You kind of put aside this amount for this bill and this for this and this for savings, so you know what you're doing. And obviously they've messed up whatever this money thing is, and they're afraid to tell you this. And I think you can feel this lack of communication coming from them. There's an atmosphere and you can feel this. And also, look at the couple at the centre of this card. They're not communicating. It's like they're having a brief conversation, but they're just about to walk past each other. So, that's what this person might be doing. They might be kind of walking out the door. Oh, I can't talk now. I have to go. Oh, I'm busy. I can't discuss this now. I'll talk to you later. Oh, I have to go. I can't talk to you on the phone now. I've got to go. I'm busy. That's the kind of thing I'm seeing. So you can feel that lack of communication, and it's stressing you out, and you know this, you can feel that. There's an atmosphere around this. And also, you know, the subject of money might be forming a bit of a barrier between you anyway, even without you knowing this. You know, we're looking at the people on this card through these coins, so we can't see everything because some of the coins are in the way. So there's a barrier of money between you. That's what I'm seeing. So if this is all resonating, yeah, money's an issue already, I think, between you. So that might be why they're stressing as well, because you might have already had difficult money discussions with them. You know, they're not deliberately stealing, they're not robbing you. It's nothing terrible like that. So please don't worry about that. I don't even think this is a massive problem or a massive amount. But they don't deal with money very well because firstly, they're not handling things properly, and then they feel as if they can't tell you about it. And I think the big problem for you is it's not the money. It's not that. It's the fact that they're not open to you. It's the fact that they're hiding things from you. I think that's what the big problem is going to be, even though obviously it's not good to not handle your money properly, and you're not going to be happy with that, of course. But the bigger thing here for you is not opening up and not telling you. I think that's what it is. Now, they are going to, in some way, either they're going to tell you or it's going to come out. So you will find out about this once again. I'm seeing that again. Okay, so the last card you have for your future is the Four of Wands. Beautiful. I love this card. Okay, so this is about this thing I'm seeing in the Five of Wands, this event that's coming up, because this card can be about celebrations and it could be about family, and I was seeing those two things in the Five of Wands, but it was a big mess in the Five of Wands. So what this is telling you is, it's saying to you, it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. It's all going to be fine. You know, don't worry about this. I think that's the message here. You know, I know you're a really organized person. You're a perfectionist, I think. You know, you like things to be perfect. Have a look at this celebration. Look at this canopy. It looks a little bit rustic. I mean, it's beautiful. It's welcoming. It does look a little bit like someone's kind of tied a few flowers and leaves together in a bit of string, and they put a few ribbons on. And that's how this is going to look to you. When this celebration happens, you're going to be like, oh, that's not done properly, and that's not how I would have done things. But it's going to be fine. It's not going to be perfect, but that's fine. So just stand back, let it happen. Just enjoy the celebrations. Don't look at the details. Don't look at all the corners. Don't, you know, do all that, which is what you do because you're a perfectionist. Try not to do that. It's going to be okay. That's what I'm seeing there. So Virgo, I hope this resonated. But, you know, as you know, general readings can't always resonate with everyone. But again, if you like this reading, please like, subscribe, leave a comment if you'd like to. And thank you so much for watching.